have a monkey in your pants?
Right guys, how's it going? This is a video response to Woodlin37, Carl. I still can't fucking say that name, it's not a very Scottish friendly name. Carl. Basically the title of the video, the topic of his video was kids and video games. It came about, I think he'd put up a video and his daughter Isabella, who's 4 years old, was playing Grand Theft Auto and somebody commented on the video. I can't remember what the comment was, basically saying she shouldn't be playing the game or something along those lines. I need some iron brew, excuse me. Look at the dead cans of iron brew there. That was the other day. Hold on. So he made a video saying kids and video games and what are your thoughts on it. So, and look at this is a different view because the camera's on a tripod. I was doing something else and not that. What are your views on kids and video games? Now my kids, to give you a bit of information, are a 4-year-old boy and I am a 7-year-old daughter. They've just both more or less turned 4 and 7 at the tail end of last year there. And neither of them really play video games at this moment in time. My son's got a Leap Pad and my daughter's got an iPod Touch, and that's about all they sort of play video games on, if you like. Randomly let them play my Nintendo, my NES or whatever, but apart from that they don't really play video games. But my thoughts on it, first of all, anybody out there, whoever, Carl even, if you want to let your child play Grand Theft Auto, let your child play Grand Theft Auto. I don't really care, it's not my kid at the end of the day, and I don't judge anybody who, let your kid run around with a knife, I don't really fucking care, it's not my kid, you know what I mean? Who cares? It doesn't affect me. People can do what they want, but unfortunately people have opinions on these sort of things, like the person who commented on your video, Woodlin. But my stance on it, would I let my child play Grand Theft Auto? No, either of them, even the 7-year-old. Me personally, the reason being, obviously I know you said yourself that you have the volume turned down because of the swearing and whatever, but it's the running people over, not really a big problem with it. Maybe the punching and the hitting side of it, I would have a problem with. I wouldn't let my kids play any violent sort of video games, to be fair. I know it's not real, it's just pretend. Your daughter knows it's just pretend, but for me, me personally, I just wouldn't let them play any violent video game. For example, if they came into the living room one night and I was sitting watching UFC, I'll pause it. Do you know what I mean? They're not getting to watch people hit each other. Maybe it's a bit different because the people are real people as opposed to in a video game, whether it's pretend or not. But anything violent like that, I wouldn't let them play. I wouldn't let them see. Same if I was playing a game where I was going about randomly killing or shooting people or things, something that was overly violent or bloody. Again, I would stop the game. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'd stop it until they left the room, or I'd just play it later. They have watched me play, for example, Call of Duty before. I'm just shooting the bad people. That's. Do you know what I mean? It's just a gun on a screen shooting people. I think they're intelligent enough to know that bad people do get shot by soldiers and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not massive bloody or anything like that. It's just shooting people and you get a little fucking score above their head or whatever. I've not got a problem with that. But on the side of the age rating side of things for games, at the same time, I wouldn't say I would go solely by age rating. Obviously my kids at this moment in time don't really play games, but for argument's sake, later on down the line when Call of Duty 25,000 is out, and my son is 13 and he's wanting to play this game, and if it was rated, is it 18? I don't know what's rated. If it was rated 18 or even 16 and he was 13, would I let him play it? Again, it would depend on the game. If I thought it was suitable, I would let him play it, but it would be my choice if I thought it was suitable, rather than the little age rating. I'd just take that as advisory at best. But Aye. Right now, I would let them play games. If they played games, I'd let them play them if it was over their age rating, as long as I thought that was suitable. And again, like you said in your video actually, Carl, Injustice or whatever, I think it's Batman and whatever, I've never played the game, fighting each other. I'd let my kids watch that, and I'd probably let my kids play that. So it is a bit of a funny one with what, I think it comes down to us as parents, what we deem suitable for our own children, knowing our own children's heads and what we've taught them. And it also comes down to, I suppose, how you've brought them up, and it's a lot to do with the parents in general. Like I say, if a kid's going to go out and fucking grab a knife and stab somebody because they're playing Grand Theft Auto when they were 5, like you said, Carl, there's something not quite wrong with that, not quite right, I should say, with that child, or they've got a difficult upbringing, or they've got parents who are not done the parenting job, or the child's got a mental issue. Don't get me wrong, I suppose you can't put all the blame on the parents. Oh, I don't know, but I think it's our choice as parents to decide what's suitable for our children. I don't think anybody else can decide. Age ratings are advisory at best. Little fucking keyboard warriors in comment sections can't decide what's suitable for our children, my children, your children. Same with films as well. To a certain degree, I'd let my daughter, who's 7, watch maybe a film that's older for her, as long as I know what's in it. If it had a lot of swearing or anything like that, then, or any swearing, although she knows what a swear word is because that's how school playgrounds work, again, I wouldn't let her watch that. But kids and video games, it's up to us to decide as the children's parents, nobody else. Advisory, age ratings is all it is. As long as you think the content of a video game is suitable for your own child, I don't see what the problem with it. I wouldn't think anything bad of a 9-year-old child playing Call of Duty. Do you know what I mean? It's their parents, it's that child's parents' decision at the end of the day. As long as the child doesn't grab a gun and go shooting people for fun, everyone's got a problem with it. So that's it. Quick video response from me. I think I lost my track here and there a few times in there, but it's the way it goes sometimes. But that was a video response to Carl, I still can't say that name, Woodlin37, I'll put a link down below. Kids and video games, it's our decision, they're our children. But at the same time, you have to be sensible. I wouldn't let my child play Manhunt or whatever it was.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?